Hey y'all, what's up? Cody Fairweather back again with another video. You know, we're always talking about business, mindset, and just the things that go into life in this channel. So today we're going to be talking about imposter syndrome. If you clicked on this video, you already read the title. You have probably had some issues with imposter syndrome in the past or currently, or you've heard about it and you want to learn more about what it is. Let's start with the definition. Basically, what imposter syndrome is you don't believe that you're deserving of something that you clearly have the proof to show that you are. So you believe that you're an imposter, you're not worthy, you don't really match the mold, and you don't deserve to talk to people about this, and you don't deserve to promote yourself in such a way, or whatever follows. So this video kind of hits home for me because I have had to deal with imposter syndrome. I'm actively overcoming my imposter syndrome, and I want to share with you guys what works for me, what has worked for me. So if you don't know already, I have developed an ebook called 100 Affirmations for the Intentional Entrepreneur. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's 100 affirmations geared towards helping an entrepreneur elevate in their daily mindset and how they approach the day, and how they view themselves, right? So I developed this because I was already doing those affirmations every day, if not almost every day, to elevate my mindset, right? And since then, I published that book a few months ago. Since then, I've still found myself not being able to fully overcome the imposter syndrome. So while that has started the train, what I realized was that I was having a really hard time visualizing myself with $30 million. What would I do with $30 million? What does my daily life look like with $30 million? What do I buy? What do I invest in? Who do I donate to? What house do I live in? And I couldn't imagine them at all. So I decreased the income level, $12 million. Still, I can't figure out my daily life. I can visualize myself driving the Lamborghini. I can visualize the number in my bank account, but I can't visualize the lifestyle. That's what I was facing. I realized when I would reach out to brands, this was reflecting in another way. I was like shying under, what my real worth was. I wasn't coming with my chest. I wasn't saying it with my chest. And that made me realize real quick, I have a problem. And that problem is rooted in I don't believe in myself enough. So when it really hit home for me, like the peak point of this all, was when I was listening to a podcast. I was on the way back from Orlando with my girlfriend in the car, and we just came from a product shoot because she's launching her new business, and we need product photography. But I was playing this podcast, and it was talking about imposter syndrome. Now, I've heard this a million times before, right? But for some reason that day it just hit, it clicked. What the girl was saying on the podcast, her story with it was, she faced a lot of imposter syndrome because of her accent. She was an immigrant, and she didn't trust that she was in the right position to be delivering her knowledge and her skills to the people that actually needed it the most. Now, somewhere along her journey, she realized she could step into her bag a little bit and actually teach two immigrants, right? Because they can relate. And she's worthy of it. She has the wins to prove it. And that instantly made me think, wow, I've never acknowledged my wins, right? So my question to you today is, have you acknowledged your wins? And here's what I mean. I went to the beach and I wrote down all my wins because I've been in this business for years. I've been shooting at entrepreneurship for years, yet I haven't taken the time to truly acknowledge my wins. And I really need to step into my confidence. I really need to step into my swag, because if I don't, then I fail. And that is just as true for me as it is for you, okay? You gotta step into your swag, all right? You can't shy and beat around the corner, beat around the bush, and sugarcoat yourself, okay? When you're an entrepreneur, you are the bag. You are the product, the service. You are the CEO. And so you need to approach people. You need to approach customers as the CEO. You gotta have a certain level of sureness in yourself that you are where you say you are. So my first big win, I grew a beauty education business, me and my partner, from $5,000 a month to about $20,000 a month within 2 months of being there without increasing their budget at all. We just utilized the budget and maximized it. I helped a client that does a special type of yoga instructor training make $4,000 in her business with only $500 in ad spend. I helped my girlfriend do a soft launch of her first course, and that was a $5,000 soft launch. And when I say soft launch, I mean barely any promotion, very under the table, very just pushing it out to a few core subscribers. I tripled an e-commerce business within the first 15 days of signing the client. The previous month, they had done $1,500 in sales. Within 15 days, with only half a month of work, I brought them up to $4,000 in sales. We're now on track to do their largest month ever. These are my wins. And acknowledging that really helped me start moving different. Really started to help me understand, no, I am exactly what the fuck I say I am. And excuse my language, but you kind of have to come at it with that energy sometimes and really check yourself. I had to check myself. And that has kind of been my journey through my imposter syndrome, is like not really feeling worthy at all, to then getting to a daily practice of affirming really who I am, right? And that's where those affirmations come in. And then the next step after that is really acknowledging my wins along the way of that whole journey, right? Because it's incomplete if you don't believe you are who you say you are. And I mean, you got to have the stuff to prove it. But chances are, you got that stuff. You got that stuff. Like, you got something to show. If not, you wouldn't be here right now. You wouldn't be hustling as hard as you are. Because there's something in you that knows what's going on, right? And so it's just about bringing that outward. So what I want you to do today, we're not doing a video without action. What I want you to do today is take out a pen, take out your notebook, a piece of paper, something, title it My Wins, underline it, right? Underscore this motherfucker. And then go down and write down, how have you won today? How have you won this week? How have you won this month? How have you won this year? Okay? Write down these things that you should be proud of, right? I have a bad habit of having great things happen that I've always wanted to happen, and I'm just nonchalant about it. No, go back and get excited about these things. Did you double a business this month? Be proud of that. It doesn't matter if you only grew it from $100 to $200. You grew. Did you fix your mindset on a specific topic? Did you make progress on it? Did you start rolling the wheel on it? That's a win. Do these things. Get into your swag. Step into your confidence. Really embody being the CEO of your life. So that's my spiel on overcoming imposter syndrome. This has been my journey, and I hope hearing a little bit about it has helped you, throughout this video, acknowledge that, hey, maybe I do need to acknowledge my wins more. Maybe I do need to really look at who I am and what I've done and become appreciative of that and acknowledge that, right? You want other people to acknowledge you for what you say you are. You got to start with yourself first. Acknowledge yourself. So if you've liked this video, if it's been helpful to you, like it up. When you like videos, it helps me grow on YouTube, because YouTube's like, hey, you like the video, maybe somebody else might like this video. Okay, so go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.